Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Capital One Arena from Washington, D.C. Everything is on the line tonight for Washington as they trail the series 3-1 to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Coming back home, they lost a game here at home in Game 2, 4-3 in regulation time. Caps need the win to force a Game 6 in Toronto, with a win in Toronto as well, a Game 7 force back here at home. Offside early against Washington in this one. What a win for the Toronto Maple Leafs last game. You want to talk about something special? A buzzer beater game winner for Austin Matthews with 0.7 seconds on the game clock. Draw one, it's played ahead for Matthews. Just got started, he'll fire this and it goes off the glove and wide. Marner gang in there, Matthews trying to help out. Caps get it up ice, Connor Sheary. Washington in over the line, they're playing for their lives tonight. Sheary shoots, save, Samsonov got it back, that's stopped as well. Caps pressing early. Here's Strome. He'll shoot. Centers. Saved again. Ilya Samsonov. And Riley chips out ahead for Matthews. In shoots. Saved by Kemper. And it bobbles in the air as he plays it down to Orlov. Here's Carlson. Just over 4 gone here inside this first period of Game 5. Capitals enter the zone. Look to center. Ovechkin in front. Sheary. What a save. Samsonov getting across. Drop back for Orlov. Caps again, Strome in tight, saves Samsonov, it was loose, here's another, kicked away. Matthews clears and it does get back to center ice. Capitals with it, re-enter from the right. Here's Sheary to the net, looks, shoots, saves Samsonov, he got his paddle down on it in time. Here's a backhand, centered in front, knocked away, loose again, there's another shot. And Matthews there off the board to back out to center ice. Capitals pressing and holding on for their lives tonight. It's going to be like that the next few games. Here's Kuznetsov, if it does go to another game. As in they come again. Here's a step and a shot, and Samsonov blockering that down. Cleared across, Robertson to get it out. That's flung along, but it bounces off a stick and stays in the Leaf zone. Sheary for Kuznetsov, back to Orlov. Here's Kuznetsov to the net. Looks and a backhand is blocked. Past the halfway mark of the first, scoreless from DC. Carlson in front, Kuznetsov. That one doesn't make its way to the net as the Leafs clear it back to center ice. Past the halfway mark of the first, scoreless from DC. In come the Capitals, drop pass, Kuznetsov kicked away, loose, and he got that one too. Just got the toe across and robbed Kuznetsov, it stays in. Kuznetsov in front, Mantha, and there's another shot stopped by Samsonov. Clear, given away, save again, here's another, save. Samsonov is on fire, here's another, and that won't go. Leafs play it down the Washington ice. And icing called against Toronto with under 5 to go in the first. It's all Washington right now. Ilya Samsonov came to play, that's for sure. My goodness, 15 saves in this first period. He has been lights out so far for this Maple Leaf squad. Here's the face-off. One back by the Caps. Faravari, that makes its way through, but not on goal. Chipped down the ice. Nylander chases after it. No icing. Nylander. Drop back for Brody. And they can't hold it in the zone with 3.5 to go here in the first. Caps enter from the right to the left. Here's a look. Drop pass. Mantha shoots. Saved. Samsonov again keeping it out on a dangerous bid by Anthony Mantha. 2:04 left to go in the first. Scoreless from Washington. Face-off will come here right side of the net. And it's one back, controlled by Jensen. He'll fire. That block comes out of the zone. Nylander was trying to get to it. Faravari. That's played back for Jensen. Up for Malincin. And he comes. And now the Leafs get in the way of that. Sandin chips at the center. Final minute of this first period. Dowd. Across on the wing for Dylan Hathaway. He looks in. Centers. Malincin saved by Samsonov and cleared to center by the Maple Leafs. And that will do it for one. What a first period for Washington, but they could not beat Ilya Samsonov. It is scoreless through 20 from Washington tonight. Shots on goal in the game are 17-2 Capitals. The hits 3-1 Toronto. Faceoffs 3-1 Washington. No power plays. Scoreless after one. Welcome into the second period of play here tonight from Capital One Arena. Game 5 from Washington between the Leafs and the Capitals. Washington with a dazzling first period, but they couldn't score. Here's Matthews in, shoots, it goes off the leg. Kerfoot spins back. He lost the puck. Strome has it. Caps have it in their own zone. Sheary, big hit there. Still has it on his stick though, being chased by Kerfoot. Here's Orlov. He's taken by Matthews. Strome with a step. Brody trying to get back. Strome with a move, and it's poked away by Samsonov. Cleared, and it does get out. Knocked down by Ovechkin. He keeps it in. Center Strome. Kick down Samsonov. And Brody chips that down the ice. Chase after it. Kerfoot, but icing called against the Maple Leafs, so just about 4 gone here in the second. Well, it's all down to this, isn't it? And what a save again by Samsonov to keep it out as that came point blank for Ovechkin. Here's the draw. It's one back by the Caps. Orlov, that's blocked. Riley clears. It stays in. Ovechkin looks in, shoots through the traffic, and Samsonov found it out of the scrum. Orlov holds the line. He looks, he shoots. That's stopped as well. Loose, that's Kerfoot trying to clear. It's knocked down by Marner. Ovechkin a save. Samsonov, as that one got through everybody and to the Leaf net. Marner chipped out the center. Orlov for Sherry. Back in. Sherry from the left. Dropping it to the right. Johansson saves Samsonov. Way down the Leafs. Again, that's played ahead for John Tavares. Red line and into the Washington zone. Goes around for Kerfoot. Drop back for Nylander. And the Leafs can't hold the zone. Washington turns the other way. In on the right. Shot. Saved by Samsonov. That's played down for Kerfoot. He'll play it over to Hall. Middle of the ice for Nylander. And off the boards and chipped down into the Washington zone. A good dump in there by the Leafs. You want to kill off the pressure. You got to get the puck out. Here comes Kuznetsov with a step. Johansson from the right side. 9 to go in the period. Johansson shoots and a glove save. Samsonov. Count on that. Nylander clears it off the boards and it goes back down the Capital ice again. Icing the call with 8:05 to go here in the second. Scoreless from Washington. So here we go. Draw Cummins, Faravari blocked, rebound, kicked away, Samsonov. Off the boards and played out. And my goodness. Just what a play. And Nylander kicking that back for Kerfoot. Back to the point, Sandin, it scores! Redirected in front by John Tavares. The first Maple Leaf chance of the second gives them the lead. And it silences the crowd here in Washington. Yeah, what a play, redirected front. What a play in front indeed. And the Leafs take the lead. John Tavares, some silence here in Washington now. 6:12 to go in the second period. The Leafs with the goal that might be the one. Gustafsson, Van Riemsdyk gave that away. Hall looking ahead. That misses Bunting. Mantha for Protas in from the right side. He has it again. Protas looks, center that. Sandin in the way. Here's Bunting and out to center. Van Riemsdyk. Here's Gustafsson, and here come the Capitals. Protas inside from the right to the net. Save, scores! It was coming, and Protas ties the game at 1. So the Caps get it back just like that. Alexei Protas makes it 1-1 late here in the second period of Game 5. Here's the draw. Back to center, won by the Capitals. Gustafsson has that for Van Riemsdyk. Taken along the boards, it's knocked in by Järnkrok and chipped in for Malgin. Here's Bunting, a shot right on. It was loose, and the Leafs couldn't get it off that big juicy rebound. Here's Protas, 2 to go in the period. Sandin, ahead for Järnkrok. Järnkrok moves in, waits, shoots, save, and it came free. But no one there for Toronto to get it back. Final minute of the second period. And here we go. Brought in. Here's Malgin. 8 seconds to go in the second period. In they come with a move in the slot. Here's Johansson firing in a save at the buzzer by Ilya Samsonov. 1-1 after 2 from DC. So shots a goal 28-5 Washington after 2. The hits 12-2 Leafs. Face off 7-2 Washington. No power plays. 1-1 after 2 from DC. Welcome into the third period here tonight from Washington. The Capitals need to win this game to force a Game 6 back in Toronto. 1-1 coming into the third is where we stand. Here's a turnover, just started the third period. Fired in and around, Riley to it, that's cleared, given away. In behind the net, centered Sherry. That shot kicked away by Samsonov, and the Leafs clear down the ice. Capitals go back to get it, but Marner's do it first. In front for Matthews, and it rolls just a little too far from him. Here comes Alex Ovechkin, Washington inside. Brody trying to get back. Ovechkin stopped by Samsonov. Marner and back down the Washington ice it goes. So it will be icing against the Leafs just past the 3.5 minute mark of this third period. Yeah, what a good job here. And just, you want to be patient, and this is the way to do it. You got to find a way, and the Leafs in this third period have to find a way to just slow down the momentum here a bit. Got to be a little bit better. So here we go. Played along and picked up by Sherry. Ovechkin to Orlov, and a save by Samsonov. Her foot clears. That's off the boards and back out to center. Here's Matthews in and puts that on goal. An easy save. Now Ovechkin to it. 6.5 to go in the third period. Brought in ahead. Ready? Here's a shot. Save Samsonov. Yeah, a good chance, and that's for sure. That's for certain. What a good chance that was. So the face-off will come in the zone. And here we go. Capitals will get it out off the draw. And in they come here looking for a lane. In the corner. Riley getting in there, and miscommunication now finds Robertson. Brody ahead for Nylander. Halfway through this third period, the Capitals and the Leafs are tied at 1 from DC in Game 5. Brought in, Washington will get it out. Here's Strome up the right side as Connor Sherry. Sherry moves in. Connor Sherry to the net. And that one off the outside of the post. They get it back again, looking, centering it back for Jensen. Washington trying to set something. Nylander out. Orlov keeps it in. Looks, in, shoots, save, loose. The rebound was in front, but the Leafs get it out and down the ice. 7 to go here in the third period. 1-1 is the score. And it's cleared, and it does get out. Kuznetsov across for Johansson. He's hit by Brody. Orlov, a break. Save Samsonov. Robertson off the board to back down into the Washington zone. Here's Johansson on it. Tavares trying to get it back. Kuznetsov with it. Oshie. And now again, brought in. In come the Capitals, one-on-one. Here's a shot, doesn't make its way through. That deflects. Riley, and it goes back to Samsonov. Robertson. Nylander, and played the center ice. Faravari. Nylander on net. Robertson, he fired it wide on the rebound. Back down the Leaf ice it goes. Now Sandin chips that way up ice. It's off the Leaf, but finds Faravari. Here's Washington. Oshie with Protas on the right with a shot and a save. Protas has the only Washington goal tonight. Oshie tries, that save. Off the board to back down the ice again. And this one will not go for icing. Here's Nylander after it. Nylander loses the puck to Faravari. Faravari here. Final man in his own zone. Hit there. Mantha picks it up. He's taken. Nylander and Matthews back into the Washington zone. Jensen with it. Here's Nick Jensen in the corner. Taking that hit. Protas finds it. 30 seconds to go here, third. And Lars Eller will bring it up that left side with speed. One-on-one. In. Shoots. Saved by Samsonov. Came across and got enough. Here's Matthews. Clears. It's knocked down and kept in by Protas again. 20 seconds. Caps have it here. Matthews blocking that lane. Here's Carlson. In. Shoots. Saved by Samsonov. Of a good screen. It's cleared but not out. Carlson to Sherry. Here's Sherry in front. Eller, and a save again. And the Leafs and the Capitals will go to overtime for the third consecutive game of a 1-1 score. Or sorry, not third consecutive game, but another tight one with ones on the board. Shots to goal are 40-7 Washington. The hits are 18-3 Toronto. Faceoffs 10-2 Washington. No power plays. 1-1. We go to overtime. Welcome into overtime period. The Capitals need to win to force Game 6 back in Scotiabank Arena. If the Leafs win, they take the cup home. Draw one, the pass to Matthews. Austin Matthews gets it in deep for Kerfoot, and he takes Karlsson to the boards. Matthews getting in there. Sherry on it. Kerfoot disrupting the play. Matthews trying to dig it out of there. He does. Center that pass. It was cut by Orlov. Keeps it in his own zone. Now Strome takes a hit but does get it out to center. Ovechkin down that right side with the lane. Shoots. Samsonov blockering that away. In from behind, in front. Strome. That's knocked away as well. 42 shots now. Here's another. They look center, and it's off a Leaf, and it stays in. Ovechkin, corner boards. Tired Leafs on the ice. Caps again. Ovechkin. What a save. Another. Samsonov. Wow. Kerfoot back again. This goes around. Inside for Marner. Mitch Marner taken in the corner. Didn't like that very much. Here's Orlov, and Ovechkin had the game on his stick multiple occasions on that shift and couldn't beat Samsonov. Flipped ahead. Here's Karlsson with it. Nylander gives him a tug, and it's played down the ice. And icing called against Washington here in overtime. So the faceoff will come here inside the Washington zone. Left side of the net, John Tavares to take it for the Leafs. Samsonov has put on a show in this game tonight. Draw one, controlled by Karlsson in his own zone. He has Ovechkin with it. Across to Oshie. Big collision there. Orlov lost the puck, getting it back. Now for Karlsson. Breaks in to win it. And it is sticked away by the Leafs and played down the ice. Nylander chases the other way. No icing called. He'll play it out in front. It finds Brody. A shot. Redirected off the mark. And it goes off a Capital and in behind the net. Bounces back to Kemper. And he will cover. Toronto still looking for their first shot of overtime. Well, the Capitals have been all over the Leafs tonight for scoring chances, shots on goal, opportunities, you name it. They haven't found a way to beat Samsonov in overtime. Draw one by Tavares. Brody to Riley. Shoots. Stopped by the netminder and Kemper. Another shot that's blocked. Nylander waits, tries to get a shot. Riley dangles around. He'll drop back for Robertson. Back for Riley. Riley looks back and misses Mulligan, and it's turned back to the Leaf zone again. TJ Brody to find it for the Maple Leafs. The Leafs are 3-0 in overtime this year. Fired in by Mulligan. This goes around for Robertson. Shoots and a save. Kemper. That bid by Robertson, a dangerous one. Here's Oshie up the boards. Lost it but gets it back. Sandin trying to stop him. Oshie saved by Samsonov. It came bouncing in the slot, given away. Eller, and that's stopped as well, and Samsonov will hold. Under 5 to go in the overtime period. It is all Washington. And it is still 1-1. Here's the draw. 45 saves for Sammer. Fehervari to Jensen. In for Protas. Shoots through the screen. And Samsonov found that for number 46. It's not out. Mantha looking in. There's Bunting, clears, and it stays in now. Sandin ahead. Mulligan and into the zone that's sent wide. Sandin back for Yarncroke. Shoots and loose. A hit off a skate. Leafs get it back. Hall. Sandin fires and an easy save to Kemper right to the chest. Gets it. Here's Protas right side. Under 2 to go in the overtime period. In come the Caps with a look and a backhand that doesn't make its way on goal. Fehervari. Capitals have it again through center. Turned back and picked up here. Matthews. Matthews moves and shoots. Saved by Kemper. Leafs had it on their sticks there. And a good chance. But the better in Darcy Kemper. Pass back. There's Mantha. Marner getting in the scrum. And now it's Protas with a minute and a half to go in overtime. Hall. Here it's picked up by Jensen ahead for Lars Eller. Eller moves in from the left to the right. Looks, centers, Mantha shoots, and it goes wide. Penalty coming, and it's going against the Leafs. Capitals have it here as it rolls back out. Marner will go after it. He'll touch, and the Caps will have a power play here in overtime with a minute 13 to go inside the first overtime. Capitals power play. It's time for it to strike. It must to force a game 6. Draw one. Brody clears. That one all the way on net. Shrugged away by Kemper. Zach Asserise against it, shorthanded. Oshie. Here's TJ Brody. Fires and a save. Kemper. Shorthanded bid there by the Maple Leafs. There's a collision. Strome through the center of the ice. Johansson moves in one-on-one. And a penalty coming against Toronto again. And a 5-on-3 for the Washington Capitals. TJ Brody's going to head off. The Capitals are going to have a 2-man advantage. Here in overtime, the Leafs getting outshot 47-15 here in Game 5. Here's the draw. 2-man advantage. A chance to win. Riley picks it up and clears down the ice. Kemper will pick it up. He'll play it up the board side. That finds Ovechkin. He's taken to the boards. Mantha with it. Back in, and he's given a ride. Giordano. Fans on the clear. Caps have it. In behind the net. And they look to center. To the net again. Kuznetsov in front. Save Samsonov. It's cleared, and it does just get out. Offside against Washington. 31.8 seconds to go in overtime. 1-1, and this is the first overtime. And this game has been all Washington desperate to force a Game 6 back in Toronto. Draw one back. Here's Giordano. He'll clear. Hits off a skate, and now tries to get it further. Mantha picks it up. Still 5-on-3 for a minute 13. Caps get it ahead with Sherry. Here's Kuznetsov looking, drop pass, Carlson, save, loose in front, Samsonov got that too, and the Leafs clear. Here's Ovechkin, rebound after rebound chance, here's another, Sherry, Kuznetsov in front, that one is blocked, and the Leafs camp gets it up ice and down, 3 seconds to go in overtime. We're going to have a second overtime for the first time this year. My goodness, what a hockey game, and it doesn't want to end yet. Ilya Samsonov putting everything on the line in the Leaf net. Shots a goal in the game are 49 for the Capitals, 15 for the Leafs. The hits are 25-6 Toronto. Faceoffs 12-7 Capitals. Power plays Washington on a 5-on-3 for 47 seconds in overtime. Welcome into second overtime from Capital One Arena. The Capitals and the Maple Leafs in Game 5. Washington must win to advance to Game 6. Fired in by Giordano. This ricochets around for Riley. 30 seconds to go in the 5-on-3, and David Kampf will just play that back into the Washington zone. 18 seconds to go. Here's Carlson moving in. Carlson looks from the left to the right. That shot saved. Loose, it's cleared but not out. Strome with a bid. That won't go. One power play done, and the Leafs clear. And it gets down the Washington ice. That is easily steered away by Kemper. Here's Carlson. In his own zone ahead for Oshie. Here comes Washington up that left side. Oshie to the net. Nothing there. Nylander to Robertson for Tavares. And he'll just play it back into the Washington zone. Now Robertson in shoots and a save. A hot shot by Robertson. Tavares tries to find it. Strome. Here come the Capitals the other way. 4 gone in second overtime. Cap center. Ovechkin. Save. Loose. Saved again. Oh, Samsonov. That's the second time in a row he's robbed Ovechkin in overtime. Fired in by Toronto. It goes around for Robertson. Looks to the net. It slides in front. And the Capitals get it back with Johansson. Washington chance after chance to win. Another. Stopped. And Samsonov plays it down the hole. Here's Robertson into the Washington zone. Around for Marner. For Matthews. Shoots. Off a stick. Here's Carlson, kept in by the Leafs. Matthews turned Kerfoot. Back to the point. Sandin a shot. Loose in front. And Kemper will find it through the traffic and covered for Washington. Ilya Samsonov has been a god in net tonight for the Maple Leafs. He's keeping it a 1-1 game here halfway through second overtime. Draw one. Here's Hall. He'll fire. Won't get to the net. Big collision. Here's Ovechkin. Back across. That finds Sherry. And Connor Sherry may have been held on to a bit there, or the ref's going to look into that. Ovechkin. Here's Marner, and cleared off the board to back down the ice again. Icing called against the Leafs just past the halfway mark of second overtime. This has been yet an insane hockey game, and the Leafs, who really just haven't looked like they've been themselves tonight at all. Their goaltender has been. Here's Carlson. Shot. Save Samsonov. Kerfoot back to it. He'll play that ahead for Matthews. Matthews goes one-on-one, dangles his way inside, winding up, shooting, and a save. Marner looking back. The Leafs haven't had many attempts in overtime. Here's Morgan Riley in, shoots, saved. They get it back in front. That misses Matthews on the pass. Strome to it again. The Capitals have it. It's Ovechkin bringing it ahead. One-on-one. Here's Ovechkin. Shoots. It's blocked. Brody clears to center. Just over 5 to go in second overtime. Capitals get it ahead. That's Malgin chipping it back into the Washington zone. 5 to go here, second overtime. Kuznetsov, big hit. Oshie in. He loses it, gets it back to the net. That won't go, and it's cleared again by Toronto and back down the Washington ice. And icing called against the Leafs. Oh, what a hockey game. This has been many hockey games within one tonight. It's just been that entertaining, and it's been a goaltending battle on the Leaf front, that's for sure. Here's the draw, one back by the Caps. Center Jensen looking in, shoots, save, Wu's got it too! Samsonov again, and a bouncing puck in the slot, and the Caps still can't get it to go. Ilya Samsonov has been lights out. Here's Kerfoot, he'll circle the nets. Centers it back to the point for Riley. Riley looking over, it hits off the boards and comes back out. And under 2 to go in the overtime, Toronto fires it back in. Out it goes, here's Faravari. In for Oshie. Across for Eller. Big collision. Here's Alex Kerfoot trying to get by. And Jensen will look ahead. Now Oshie again. And a penalty coming, and it's going against the Leafs. Big collision again. And it's called against Toronto. So Washington to the power play again. Face off to come here. Left side of the Leaf net. 5-on-4 for Washington. One back by Camp, and Sandin clears, not out, and stays in by Gustafsson. Looks off the stick and back down the Capital ice. Kemper will play it outside his net. That's played around the boards, and the Leafs the only ones getting there. Mantha to Kuznetsov. Just over a minute to go in overtime. The Leafs turn Washington back again. Here's Camp after it, held his man off the puck. And now the Caps get it again. Sherry has Kuznetsov. Hit on the play, the Leafs clear it in. Marner trying to slow his man down along the boards. They get in there. David Kampf was on it. 56 seconds to go in second overtime. Mantha taken down. Victor Mete over skates, gets it back. Fans on the clear, had some trouble with it. Pass back to the point for Carlson. And Marner can't get it out. Mete, Mantha, back to the point for Carlson. In, shoots, saved! And Samsonov will hold. Under 40 seconds to go in second overtime. The Leafs and the Capitals still even at 1. To draw one back, here is Carlson. Looks, centers, shot, saved! Samsonov shot after shot faced in this game. Ilya Samsonov has done what he's needed to do in this game and has been lights out. Here's the draw, another power play for Washington in another overtime period. Chance after chance to win. Hall will pick it up and clear. 25 seconds to go in overtime. Zach Asarice drops back, and that finds Strome for Washington. Yarncroke there, right back into the Washington zone. 18 seconds, Ovechkin being chased. And now a push and a shove. It's played ahead to Johansson. Here comes Johansson in. Has some help with Strome. Won't get that shot on goal. Hall picks it up and clears the center. And the Leafs and the Capitals are going to head to a third overtime in Game 5. What an insane game from Washington, D.C. tonight. Shots a goal after that overtime. 58 for the Capitals, 20 for the Leafs. The hits are 34-10 Toronto. Faceoffs 15-11 Washington. 0 for 2 on the power play. Still on the power play to start the second overtime. Welcome into the third overtime period from Washington tonight. The Capitals and the Maple Leafs. 29 seconds on the power play for Washington. Ovechkin has it here. He'll bring it inside. He has Strome on the wing. Tired players on both sides of the ice now as we're heading into another overtime. This is basically 2 games in 1. Carlson. Here's Johansson. He'll move inside. Taken there. Brody for Toronto. He'll pick it up and clear to center. Knocked down. This might be trouble. Marner trying to get it ahead for Tavares, but offside is called. So ready again. They will try again. Face off outside the Washington zone. Here's the draw. One back by Matthews. Brody clears that in. Far corner. Ricochets for Riley. For Matthews in front. A shot. Kemper, that was on Alex Kerfoot's try. Sheary across the Strome. Taken there, Marner back in. And that's knocked down by Carlson. Matthews after it in the corner. Here's Orlov to Sheary. Leafs keep it in. Kerfoot. Marner to Matthews. In front. Riley. Where is it in front? It was loose. And no one could get it. Sheary turns the other way. In comes Washington. Won't get that chance on goal. The Leafs play it back down to Capital Ice. And ice is called to just about 6 gone here in the third overtime. The faceoff will come now right side. And one back controlled. Carlson in with a shot. That was Ovechkin again. Matthews up the boards. Back for Matthews. For Marner. Here's Mitch Marner, and he'll just play it into the Washington zone for Kerfoot. Back to the point for Brody. Here's Riley, a shot that's blocked in front. Matthews finds it. Riley again. Blocked again. Matthews can't get it to the net. Matthews to Riley. Riley to Kerfoot. Setting up here. Here's Brody. In for Kerfoot. Back to the point for Riley. In deep for Marner. And he loses it. And Matthews has to go get it in front. And Kemper will just play it back behind his net. Too much passing by the Maple Leafs here. Ovechkin taken there as it comes out of the zone. Matthews. Back to the Leaf zone it goes. That's Brody. For Riley. The chances have been there. As in comes Kerfoot. No shot for the taking there. Past the halfway mark of third overtime. Tavares to Hall for Sandin. That shot is blocked. Coming to the short side and back down the Leaf ice again. Samsonov up the boards for Hall. Hall for Nylander. Into the Washington zone it goes. Firing around for Robertson. Back for Tavares. Tavares looks for Robertson. For Sandin. Across the Hall. His shot. Glove save. Kemper through the traffic in front. Johansson to Kuznetsov. Up for Orlov. Here comes Washington. Oshie inside. Left wing. Looks to the net. Drop for a shot. Save on the bobbler. And it stays in the Leaf zone. Kicked around. That's Robertson getting in there for it. He'll flip it up the boards for Nylander, who tries to poke it by Orlov. But it comes out. 2.5 to go here in the third overtime. Oshie playing that for Kuznetsov. In he comes. Centers. Johansson to the net. Scores! The Capitals finally win it. Late in third overtime. And a Game 6 back in Scotiabank Arena. You could just feel it coming. The Leafs were not getting any traction. They really could not find the net. And not many shots on goal.